Porque eu não me lembro o nome da quest. Eu achei que era a quest principal essa daí. Aparentemente não, né? Aparentemente a principal é lá no Uma mesmo. Pode crer. Antes disso nós temos que dar uma limpada ali, que nós estamos cheios de quest low level aqui de... Skellige. Nossa, era aqui dentro. Sério. Tava aqui. Puta merda. Pô, não deixa eu correr não. Pode crer. Coleguinha.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Ipsis, a specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
O que rolou?
They know what happened to him?
The locals say they last saw his ship off the coast of Hindisfjall. Then a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
So he's probably fish food by now.
Not necessarily. I must learn what became of him.
Why? Do you know him?
No. It's not the mage who interests me. It's his djinn.
Ixi, que você quer Djinn?
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
Você já é poderosa pra caralho. Como é que você sabe se
Are you sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Storm wouldn't pose a threat if he'd had a djinn. He could just utter a wish.
Perhaps he had none left, or something unexpected happened.
Pode crer, o que eu tenho a ver com isso?
Alright, so what
Me
exactly
ajuda,
do
né?
you expect me to do?
You must help me find this djinn.
É,
I've no gold to offer
rastreador,
in
como
reward,
sempre.
but I shall be ever so grateful.
Tem como dizer não pra
Since
você,
you
né?
put it that way, fine, I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
A minha pergunta, eu não sei se nos livros fala isso, mas será que os magos...
See, you've managed to prepare everything
Pera
already.
aí, deixa eu
I
conversar.
have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
É, como eu ia dizendo, será que os magos não conseguem criar dinheiro
Just
do nada?
once you might try to take the initiative.
Pode criar comida, um monte de coisa,
It
por que
would
não
depend
dinheiro?
on the situation.
Wonder if he's as strong as he looks.
Pode crer.
Drink last night too?
Eu vou... Oi, antes de ir, deixa eu só dar uma meditada pra instaurar minhas bombas. Minhas bombas. Pronto. Pô, ficou de dia. Bora.
The ship carrying the djinn sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
Vai. Rastreado.
Alright, let's get to work.
Tá vendo?
Mind
Tem
if I
um que eles
take the
não
helm?
sabem fazer, mas
I got a choice.
não
No.
pode fazer dinheiro. Bora. Vai. Bora.
Geralt, how long must I wait? Are you ready to sail?
Sim, eu já tô dentro do barco. Você que eu faço o quê? Sentar? Nossa, frescura.
Not sure this djinn thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps,
Nós
I
vamos
don't
bater.
rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a
Posso
spell.
desembarcar?
It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer.
Então dá logo com esse barulho, tá me enchendo o saco.
Ready. Careful down there.
Fazer uma bolha de Super Mario na minha.
How's your bath? Water warm enough for you?
Ih, rapaz. Tem toda uma treta aqui. Isso aqui é o que? Pra usar a lâmpada? Parece, não parece? Acho que não. Pode crer. Usei poção sem querer. Peguei uns. Toma. Toma.
How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy.
Toma.
Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look at snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew that made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
Mas eu já tô aqui. Tô aqui, vamos pegar nessa parada. Casca. Vambora. Vambora. Pronto, bora. Tá gordo, hein, garoto? Porra, olha. Ai, você vai chegar no banco.
Wherever the leads take us.
Titanic. Vai bater, bicho.
Say we find the Djinn.
Seria pertinho da
Ask for a
barra.
beautiful house, then a palace, then a queen's crown.
Are we still talking about the Djinn, or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You'll learn in due course.
Tá. Chegou.
Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our Djinn's down there.
Vambora. Pô, é da hora, né? Esses barcos aqui. O ambiente debaixo d'água. Aquele bicho escroto doido pra me atacar. O que temos aqui? Tem um trem ali.
Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Woods rotted, beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Hamai symbols.
Chifre. Que isso? Escudo.
Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Hamai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donor was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Longship belonged to Clan Dimon. Yen. Doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere.
Essas flechas aqui.
Arrows stuck in the side. The kind Pharaoh folk use. Arrows stuck in the side. The kind Pharaoh folk use.
Ah, já ouvi isso, não, Geralt. Tá atacando a Yennefer? Que merda, hein? Cadê? Tá porra. Sereia. Meu. Feiosa. Olhos pra minha hieninha. O nome dela é Yennefer. Ai meu Deus, deixa eu passar. Por que é sempre isso? Vambora. Vambora.
You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the golden dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? Chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me.
Tá flertando comigo? Sou eu que faço isso. Tá porra. O que temos aqui?
Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. We'll see what it is.
As pedras bizarras, mano. Esse buraco. Parece uma cratera. Vambora. Antes, deixa eu só ver se tem algum ponto de interesse aqui perto para aproveitar a viagem. Ixi, tem vários. Que cidade. Sai. 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 Bora.
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell to see through your eyes. Now relax.
Eita porra.
Ice
Faz
Foltia
tudo
Baden
comigo.
Ein Eichte
Eita
Illivaid.
porra. Deixa eu cego.
That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation
Tá
zone.
porra.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track.
Transverse cut through the pelvis.
Baden
Surgical
Ein
precision.
Eichte
No
Illivaid.
conventional weapon could do this.
É. Falaram junto, não deu pra ver porra nenhuma que eles falaram. Mas tinha um corpo ali. Esse aqui. Selo
No
violado.
Djinn here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come.
Silver. Pearl-encrusted cutlery. Ship belonged to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper. It could very well be his ship.
Pode crer. Isso aqui.
Something cut this basket exactly in half. Bet it was cut by the same thing that cut the skeleton.
Yeah. Resumindo, deu ruim, né? Pode crer. Vambora. Esse sujeito aqui. Dá pra examinar? Tentar examinar. Se der, deu. Se não der... Deu não. Vambora. Agora que eu tô ficando maluco com esses efeitos visuais. Galera, vocês gostariam de poder respirar debaixo d'água? Deve ser da hora, né? Eu nado, sei lá, uma vez a cada 10 anos. Isso que seria legal, seria. É. Pronto.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the Djinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining.
Acabou de fazer
One,
merda ali, você vai fazer
two.
outro? Acabou de ver a merda que o portal faz aqui, ela vai e faz outro.
3.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast.
Puxa,
Gotta
vai
tell me
parar
what
no
this is
topo da
about first.
montanha.
Why do you want this Djinn?
But you already know. A Djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
E por que você quer poder?
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important.
Por que você não fala logo? Só porque você tá cuidando, eu vou te ajudar?
How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a Djinn.
So that's it. This is about my last wish.
GERALT te
You
ama.
asked that Djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Pode crer.
I get it. You want to know what'll
Preciso
happen
saber
if
a
magic no
verdade.
longer binds us.
I want to know if when the Djinn's magic is gone, if we've any magic left of our own.
Tá. Bora. Vou te provar.
Wondered that myself many times.
Quer ser provada.
We're just a step away from learning the truth. Come, let's search the ship.
Porra, na outra metade do navio, você quer dizer? Vou parar em cima da montanha. No meio da água para em cima da montanha.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Djinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Djinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to
Trollado.
decide how to word it.
E aí? Tesoura?
Nothing interesting.
Tesoura, nada interessante.
Nothing here.
Um pote, nada interessante. Pode crer. E essa sangaiada? E lá em cima? Nada. Tem andar de baixo? Tem, né? Vamos ver. Vamos ver o que temos aqui.
Interesting.
O que é interessante, Geralt?
Wonder what this means.
Sei lá.
Mystery of mysteries. Agnes of Glanville.
Pode crer. Não tem então nada. Outro livro.
Elemental Empires by Jean Batista.
Pode crer. Botas.
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them. Wonder what this means.
Voou e arrastou o caralho. Deve estar só a sopa. Só a sopa.
Mage must have slept here.
Temos aqui.
Nothing interesting here.
Monolita. Esse aqui, cachaça.
Nothing interesting.
É. Então, às vezes é o
Blood.
corpo mesmo.
Someone was dragged across the deck. Or left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side.
Levantar, né? Ver o que sobrou.
Yen, think you should see
Eita.
this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
É o que sobrou dele, né? Você acha que foi o Djinn?
Think the Djinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident.
O que será que
When the
pediu?
storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, take us away anywhere, to a mountaintop even. And the Djinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you.
Nunca ande com o Djinn despreparado com o que você vai falar. Verificar
If
o
he
que
died while
sobrou.
being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
Eita, pior. Tombada ali na tela. Vambora. Vai. Damas primeiro. Ota! Não precisa me jogar pra fora do barco, não.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Djinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand
Eita.
at the ready.
Piora, viu?
Tame
Já deu
Djinn,
merda uma vez.
with Kaishta Engaya, Kaishta et Disglair, Gevired me Castle.
Vai dar merda, Bido. Vai dar merda isso. Fumaça de peito. Ai!
You have a plan.
Arde. Será
You
que é
must
arte que é
weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Tá porra. Vou dar espadada no Djinn. Não sei se funciona não. Ai, tá me fudendo. Ai. Caralho, eu não tenho o que fazer. Tá me fudendo. Toma, toma, toma. Ai. Eu tô literalmente batendo numa nuvem de fumaça. Toma, 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 toma. Ó que da hora. A espada com a azul vermelha.
Got you!
Pegou os Zordon.
Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a Djinn can remove another Djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free.
O que será que os Djinns são realmente? São seres Djinns mesmo transformados em Pode crer. Acho melhor a gente sair fora desse barco aí. Acaba caindo, bicho.
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
E aí? Removeu? Você não me ama mais? É. Melhor agora?
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a Djinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Com certeza. Mas te ajudar,
Well, never could say no to
fazer
you.
sozinho você ia se lascar.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Mas é o que você queria? Não. O Geralt te ama, ela de verdade.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Tá frio aqui. Vambora. Isso não é lugar de vucu-vucu, não. O trenzinho não vai nem aparecer.
Oh, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
É, eu não tô afim de censurar nada. Mas o Geralt deve se comportar como Geralt. E aí? Então,
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while.
é. Só que vai. Você tá com a pressa da porra e agora você tá de boa? Tô entendendo, será o eixo? Decide sua vida,
I think
porra.
the spirits of Skellige favor us.
Freya. Freya é a favor do amor. Legal onde o barco foi parar, hein? Uma boa thumbnail.
Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. We must report to the Emperor after all.
Ih, que
Ciri's
isso,
our
né?
concern, and only ours.
At heart, perhaps. But it's not what we agreed with Emir. We must see him.
É. Muita lealdade, né?
Awfully loyal to your patron.
He happens to be your patron as well, darling. You do well to remember that. Otherwise he might feel compelled to remind you.
Ele precisa de mim. Você pode crer. Combinamos.
we gotta.
Combinamos.
We wouldn't have known Ciri had returned if not for the Emperor and his agents. It's the least we can do.
É. Tem razão. Que isso? Um cachorro. Ok. Vamos trocar uma ideia antes disso aí.
Yen, what happened back there?
It was very nice. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details.
I'm going to see the Baron. Collect Uma from him, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can.
See you, Yen. Take care of yourself.
É. Pode crer. Voltamos aqui para os aposentos dela. Eu vou fazer o seguinte. Vou reparar minha espada ali. Ver se consigo vender algumas coisas no blacksmith. E corto pra gente terminando a quest lá do lobisomem.